Hello everybody, today I am going to do a review on this Casio G-Shock watch, the GA-100 watch. It is one of the G-Shocks that Casio produces, and I am going to do a 1 year, almost 1 year and a half review on it, and tell you about the experience I had with this watch and how good or bad it was until now. Um, I can say that I was pretty satisfied with this watch, and it did all of the things I expected it to do, and has all of the qualities you would expect from this type of watch. Starting with the general aspect, uh, personally, I think it's a pretty good looking watch. I mean, it has good proportions, and the color combination is pretty nice. This black with red. I don't know if there are other color combinations for this model, but I think there is an all black one for the GA 100. As you can see, the model is on the back. Um, and it's not as big as other G-Shocks. I mean, it is pretty big, of course. It's a G-Shock, but it's not so big that it is uncomfortable to wear. The general style is nice. It is, of course, pretty sturdy. It is shock resistant, of course, but you can easily wear it without it being too visible or being too big. At least for me, I don't feel it is extremely big or exaggerated in size like other G-Shocks might feel. Of course, it's a big watch, but not uh, one that is exaggerated in size. However, it can be a little uncomfortable to wear if you wear, I don't know, dress shirts or office wear, and it can be, a little big for that. But I wore it at the office as well, and in my opinion, at least, it looks okay, and it can be worn with all type of outfits. You don't necessarily have to wear it just for outside jobs or stuff like that, or if you are in a sporty outfit. I find at least in this color combination it works okay with most outfits. Not a suit or something like that, of course, but with most outfits you can wear it, especially if you are a G-Shock fan. However, as a small disadvantage, in the winter it can be sometimes uncomfortable to wear it. uh, if you wear sweaters or all type of winter clothes, it can be a little bit big and you know uncomfortable to tuck in under your jacket or a sleeve or stuff like that. But in the summer, it works really good with everything. Um, the settings are not very intuitive. I wouldn't say they are very intuitive, but it is a pretty complex watch. I mean, it's not the most simple watch to set up, but you get used to it if you watch one of the tutorials on YouTube regarding its settings a couple of times. You will start to know how to adjust it pretty quickly. uh, I think in a year and a half I adjusted it only once, um, not because it fell behind, but because the hour in my region changed. Regarding the light, um, as you know, Casio in many models doesn't make a very, powerful light, but it's okay. You can see at night the hour or the date or whatever you want to look at. So it's useful, it's okay, but it's not a very powerful light. It has a warm color to it, which is nice. And the main indicators for the hours glow in the dark, which is also a nice touch. Of course, it also shows the date of the month and the day of the week, which I also find pretty nice and useful. Um, Though I haven't tested the water resistance on it, I usually don't put my watches in water or stuff like that, and I don't shower with it. But I'm pretty certain that it wouldn't have any problems, even in the shower. But I heard that they sometimes G-Shocks have problems if you shower with very hot water because it can damage the seals. I haven't tested it, but that's why I avoid it. But other than that, I have used it in the rain. I have, washed my hands with it. I have used it in the snow. Um, I mean, I don't, keep it hidden away from water or avoid contact with water. It hasn't had any problems with normal use. Um, and I'm pretty sure it would do good even if I would submerge it in a glass of water or stuff like that. Uh, Now, speaking about the sturdiness of the watch and its resistance, it feels pretty sturdy. I have used it. It's been my daily watch. I mean, I don't have a huge collection of watches. It's been my main watch. I have another Casio as well, a smaller one, but this has been my main watch for a year and a half. It's 90% of the time I wear this watch, and I have used it for gardening. I have used it for, at the office. I had used it for different types of outside work, for, cutting wood, for uh, doing all types of activities, drilling, carpentry, and occasional stuff like that. Um, I had used it at the seaside, again, not fully submerging it. It didn't have any problems. Um, and generally, I use it almost every day for any type of activities I may encounter, washing the car, stuff like that. I even hit it a couple of times, not very hard, but it took a few uh, shots here and there. And as you can see, it's not extremely clean right now, but as you can see, it still looks pretty new. I mean, it doesn't look beat up after a year and a half. Of course, I haven't changed the battery yet, and I don't think I will have to anytime soon because I haven't used the light so much. So it is pretty resistant, and at least until now, I feel satisfied with it. I think it will last 5 years easily, even more. I hope more, of course. Um, it gets sometimes pretty dirty because it has many areas that can retain sweat or oil or soil or stuff like that. Different types of things from outside, dust, of course, and especially at these decor elements with red near the display, and they usually need cleaning about I don't know, once a month at least. You should clean it for it not to look very dusty. Other than that, it's a pretty good watch for about, I think, 100 bucks or so, $100 US dollars, maybe more, maybe less in some stores or with some sale for an $100 watch that you can wear maybe 10 years. If you're not very pretentious or uh, you don't do you don't wear suits every day to work, it can be a pretty good watch for you for the long term. I generally am not a fan of big watch collections. I don't think everybody should have 20 watches or stuff like that. I think um, even if you are a watch fan, somewhere around four or five is enough for anybody. You just don't have the time to wear as many watches. Even if you wear one a day during the work week, five watches will cover that. So I think this one is a pretty good candidate for outdoor activities, travel, um, blue collar work, or even office work if you like the look and the aspect and you can pair it with your outfits. So overall, it's been a great year and a half with this watch. I am pleased with it. It's my first G-Shock, and I wanted it for a long time, and I hope it will keep going for many more years. Um, this has been it, the G-Shock GA-100.